Hello, hello, hello. This is Coach Selby here. And today I wanted to talk to coaches and players and athletes about the mental game plan. The mental game plan is one of those areas that gets overlooked by pretty much everybody. The statistics say about 20% of coaches incorporate a mental game plan into their strategy. They all talk about it, okay, and they all put together a big mental game plan for the team. But what is overlooked is an individual game plan for each player. See, when you focus on performance for each player, the whole team's performance is going to increase a whole nother level. So what mental game plan does, and the reason that I like it, and I'm talking specifically to coaches right now, the reason that I like mental game plan is because it tells you exactly, for the season, basically, where each player is in the 7 different categories. So that helps you to be able to communicate to each player specifically in the areas that are weakest. Okay? So basically for me, all right, I would need to be working with coach around improving my concentration, okay, handling myself emotionally, and really working to handle game pressure. These would be the 3 areas emotionally that I would need to work on with coach, and then really getting my competitiveness up in terms of how hard I practice, okay? So all these other areas would be a waste of time for coach to be talking to me about. My level of commitment and my assertiveness and my confidence. He doesn't need to waste time talking to me about that. Instead, what he needs to focus on are my weak areas. And he helps me to learn how to focus on them. So exactly why is the mental game plan the plan that I choose for coaches? Well, because it gives you a printout of your whole team. All right, say you're basketball, baseball, volleyball. You'll get a printout that says competitiveness, and it'll list every player, okay, 1 through 20, and you'll see their ratings. So that'll tell you, do you need to talk to player 2 about competitiveness, yes or no? And it rates each area. So each of these 7 areas, you would have a page with each player's name on it and what they ranked based on the assessment that they take from the website. Now, why is that important? Because it allows for you to not waste time. It allows for you to talk to each player in the areas that are weak for them. Now, what does that do for team meetings? For team meetings, it really helps you to stay on point. You have your overall game plan for your team, okay, especially AAU and high school coaches and college coaches. You have an overall game plan. You want to press, or you want to, you want to do your game strategy. But in order to execute that, each player needs to learn how to improve their performance in those areas and basically learn how to handle game pressure. And so as a coach, you're teaching players basically to record what they're going to work on before practice and then what they learned after practice. And you build that mental muscle. And the more you build that muscle, the greater synergy and strength you're going to have in your team. So let's take a look at the website real quick. The website is Mental Game Plan, and it just talks about the importance of, they believe that mental attitude in students goes undefined. Nobody's helping athletes to really define what they need to work on mentally. Dr. Tetko was a professional at this, okay? And so what Mental Game Plan does is their goal is to improve all student athletes, okay? All student athletes to improve themselves, their team, and their school, and their athletic and academic achievements, okay? Why is this important for coaches? It helps you to understand the mental makeup of your athletes before starting the season. All right? It helps improve communication. And it improves coaching your athletes by using a workbook. So this comes with a workbook, and it really is useful to, it's a great tool. So now the student has a tool, and you have a tool. And then it's also good for recruits. It really can help students get scholarships, okay, because it's going to help the coach know what kind of player and athletes they're dealing with. And then finally, it's a coach's manual, like I said, in the 7 mental areas, okay, that help these athletes. Now, if you are a coach, you can get this free, okay? If you are a coach, you can get this free. And you just want to tell them that Coach Selby sent you. You go and you talk to Kenneth Party, and you can download the assessment, and for $5 he'll send it off to you. Okay? And I really am asking all coaches, AAU coaches, high school coaches, college coaches, to really take us up on this free offer so that you can see how this works and how it can help your program. This is Coach Selby. Check it out.